I'll ping after 1 minute though. Okay, what do we have here? Looks like HNL trying to run the same thing that they ran against what's it called, where notoriously ran it down round after round and destroyed what's it called on that map specifically. They're trying to run that same map or that same comp, just with different people in different roles. And on the opposite end, looks like OPZ is trying to run something pretty stereotypical. Jet, KO, stereotypical Breeze Ascent comp with the Flash Initiator and the Jet. So a little bit of comfort for their star duelist, Onadia. As you know, he is a beast, but in the interview he did state that he has been sick recently. So that is something definitely to watch out for. Now jumping straight into it. You got halftime and stuff, right?
Yep. I have halftime timer up, and I'll do all your pauses. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
All right. Observing time. Here we go.
God.
It's like a B pop right away.
Already. HNL are walking straight into B. And Astra immediately, Estrogen Enforcer on the waylay, something that we haven't actually seen before. Greed on the Neon, just sending it into Breeze. Silver Dart goes out. Greed has found Neon, or Viper. Catches Viper out. KONF comes in, OPZ prime and ready for the retake, but HNL already getting set up on these post-plant positions.
Yeah, no smokes here. It's kind of hard to take this front space.
Right. One's really low. Neon. Basically no HP. 35 left. Darion actually finds Olympian. And Darion finds two. That's the IGL. Can't find the... Oh my god, does find the third actually. It's the fragging IGL right there on the Astra. Delivers a 3k to win HNL the pistol round. Something that, they will need. That's something that is essential in this game. Especially in this game.
It was like very good for HNL. Like they got 3 picks plus Darian planted the bomb, so he's already at 4 orbs on round 2. So those will be a very pivotal rounds when he's able to just get that Astra wall up and just slam the site, especially on this waylay comp.
Right. Estrogen Enforcer about to get caught out actually by John Bork. Manages to pop the recall, but Olympian with the Sheriff finds the recall out in the middle of nowhere. HNL are now walking straight up A site. Unaware to them. Olympian as the outlaw. 2 other people with him. OPZ primed for the retake. Gonna try their best to win this bonus. Or this this eco. Eco, that's the word. Greed sitting in the smoke with the judge. A little bit of jump spots, a little bit of noise made, the bait. Start to get suspicious of behind them. Somehow they have the read.
A very congested retake here.
Right. Running straight into it. Greed gets caught up by Zol, but Navi gets 2. Poke finds John Pork with the Sheriff. Olympian, 2 more in return, but it's just not enough. Now Darion's jumping all around. Even gonna be caught out by Olympian, but it's just not enough. Close, but no cigar. Damage done.
Plenty of eco damage.
Right, incredible damage. HNL is gonna be basically nothing here. It's not such a big issue. Like HNL can do the classic 5-man on A, but they're good at. KO knife comes out. Greed, unaffected, slides straight through with the judgment. John Pork actually finds him. Estrogen Enforcer finds the trade, but Ryan Butlord gets 2 more. Spam kill from Astra. Now Darion, only 1 left. Ryan Buttford, Sova lurking around with a judge, picks up a rifle instead, a little bit of spam. Darion finds the pick onto the head, straight onto it, finds a second on the Viper. OPZ gonna have to be careful here. It's a bonus, but Darion's dangerous. Stun comes out, trying and getting out of this position, unaware that there is one behind him. Olympian finishes the round out.
Yeah, let's bring it back.
Very good round there. They got an outlaw here, and HNL is a very poor buy, so this outlaw is about to do a lot of damage to these guys.
And it's exactly the type of stuff that you want to see. HNL are doing things right. OPZ putting up a fight still, but HNL looking good. However, this is their map pick. You'd expect them to look good. HNL definitely underdogs in this matchup, but not by much, especially from the recent showings. Now HNL actually showing a little bit of a different side, a little bit of a slower round as Nabi gets the drone out. Here's these angles. Waylay dashes on with the Bucky, picking up the pace. Manages to find Viper. Oh, perfect slow. Darion with the classic finds Viper. Now Olympian again on the flank, 3rd round in a row. Have to realize sooner or later, Olympian finds the first, 1 bullet left, does not go for the reload, instead opts to just stay. Sun comes out, Olympian throws the smoke cover. Greed watching now while OPZ floods on the side. Olympian manages to find the kill, but is sat down by Greed. Finds 2 actually with very good neon movement. Wall comes up. Gonna have to get this guy off of the defuse. Ryan Butlord finds Greed in a 1 versus 2. Estrogen Enforcer with the Bucky pick, and all I need finishes the round out.
Diffuse.
The much needed clutch from the IGL.
We defend this reality.
Insane round. There's like flood retakes. Just like, what do you even do? That was a really good flank there from Olympian. Able to creep around with the outlaw, get a random kill on the planter.
It definitely just
setting
feels
that
like
round to like, we're winnable.
everything is happening all at once in this game, as you expect it to. You know, this is HNL and OPZ, 2 very aggressive teams indeed, especially HNL, kind of renowned for it. It's like HNL opting to go for a B pop again, 4-man down B. Once again doing what they're good at. It's not exactly going to be red. Just 1 on the B side, however it is Olympian. Dashes off, they have the site, but how much can they do against the retake? We'll have to see as Nabi gets the plant down. Fox come out, a little bit of spam damage, doesn't exactly land. Same with the operator. Finds the tag. Stars seem to have the read on Greed's positioning. Ryan Butlord finds Estrogen Enforcer. Olympian updraft straight over looking for information, but Greed with the judge finds the pick. That's 2, almost equalized. Ryan Butlord, a little bit of whippiness. Greed with the movement. The judge pick. This guy's incredible. Pops the ultimate, but to no avail. But Greed with that movement almost won them the round. Oh
Very
my God.
slippery neon tech there.
Right. Incredible, isn't it? Not much they can do though. 2-2, tied up. 2-3, sorry.
Trading at rounds here, HNL is kind of losing their grip a little bit as their ecoed again. Greed forcing another judge here. He's buying that gun like crazy, which is kind of shocking for a big open map such as Breeze.
Yeah, but he's doing good work with it. Found 2 picks in the last round. Ryan Butlord sent the dart out, but this is aggressive. This is hasty from Greed. This is everything you want to see. Finds a pick. That's
Wow.
an opener, but Viper finds 2 in return. John Pork with the molly. A little bit of stall. Darion finds Astra, but in return, Viper. Oh my God, everything is happening all at once. Olympian finishes the round out. The nicely timed operator shot onto Nabi. 2-4. HNL pushing the pace, but OPZ have the read.
first timeout
Which team?
in the match. HNL timeout. Darren's gonna try to talk to his team and figure out what they can be doing better in these rounds.
I'm out. This is still a draw.
We're back to it.
Back into it indeed.
Gotta go.
HNL's going for mid play. They have a T-side up here, actually. This might be very interesting.
Very interesting indeed. Exactly the type of stuff that
Hit
you
down.
expect to see.
All posted. I think OPZ kind of has all their grounds covered here.
Too suppressed.
Round. John Pork finds Nobby in return.
Spike
Poke
down.
finds a big onto Astra. Gets out with his life. Darion on this side of the map actually takes the Viper Pit down by himself. It's an easy call from here. Straight to the B site. Neon. Ready to exec. Stun goes out. Again, Greed has a Phantom this time around. Not going to be forcing the judge in this one. Ryan Butlord, Sova is in backside. Getting all of this information. It's going to be a late rotate from John Bork.
Go, go, go.
Greed finds the drone, but is taken down by Ryan Butlord.
Slowing them down.
Estrogen Enforcer finds John Bork. Eastside Operator doing heavy lifting here. Start comes out. Doesn't get any damage. Ryan Butlord catches Estrogen Enforcer, catches Poke. Nicely timed shots. Darion now, only one left. Going to actually call their bluff. Not going to use the star just yet. There we go. Star comes out, gets Sova off of the plant. Olympian shuts this round down. Almost, again, close, but no cigar.
It seems their post plan just kind of fell apart there. Like, they're able to kill the Viper immediately and get a free sight. Bombs down, but the post plant positioning is just not able to help them convert.
Right, it's all close. HNL aren't exactly getting stomped. Very close rounds, but it's just not enough right now. It's just not enough. I have to do more. Do so much more. Reed has the Bucky out on this round with the full shield. Wants to do some eco damage. Olympian cannot find the shot. In fact, Darion has an incredible stun.
Gotta go.
Poke finds
lived.
Olympian off the back of some Bucky damage. Zol finds two, but Darion equalizes it yet again. Estrogen Enforcer knows where the lurk is, finds Ryan Butlord. Dashes back in,
Spike
regroups with the
planted.
team. Now John Pork and All I Need left alone to fend for themselves. 2 versus 3 in
want to
favor of
fight it.
HNL. First time I've said that in a while. Greed whiffs the operator shot. Maybe just taking a pot shot. Astra ult comes out. Separates. Flash comes through. Trying to gain a little bit of space. Second flash. Primed and ready. HNL will hear it. Greed finds the collateral.
Shot!
Incredible from Greed. God, it's just special to watch. Whenever you get this guy going. Get this guy off the IGL. Get him frying, get him hitting. He's a different beast.
Finding good work with this T-side up.
Right.
Big round for them to get back into this game. Momentum breaker. Seems like they're hitting the right site here as well. Only Astra the whole day.
Be right back.
Greed working towards this Neon ult slowly. Sova droning out and Greed just wants to end yet again. Will be correct as they are on a low buy. Guard scans Astra out. Enough time stalled for OPZ to come through with the retake. Greed takes a little bit of a pot shot as Sova drones out. Post plant position set up. Greed has the operator in a main. No, not Greed, my bad. Estrogen Enforcer has the operator in a main. John Pork finds poke with the molly, but Darion wins the trade. Darion pushes straight through the smoke, but oh my god, Viper hits the most insane flick. Oh my god. And that's the round for OPZ over in the blink of an eye. Oh my lord. What are you even meant to do?
It seemed like that round just kind of came out of nowhere.
Right?
It's a flanker in main and it seals it.
OPZ's Viper hit the most insane flick to get that round to a winning position.
I like big ult on the board here. This might be a very interesting one.
Toxins going up.
Back into tucking.
HNL
Sticking
opting to
high low
do
here.
HNL opting to do the same exact thing they've done. Not gonna change anything up. Greed gets the entry out. Not going to see
Into the
Viper.
corner.
Oh my god, Zol finds one. Gets the molly down. Wants to get back into the pit. A little bit hesitant.
Spike
Chooses instead to fall out, but Sova finds Navi. Poke finds a trade somehow with the molly.
All the HNL players are in pit here. Bombs down. This is a very risky position.
Guns being shuffled around.
Gurges the Viper.
Finds the first, and Darion falls to John Pork. Second, defuse will come through. 3-7 in favor of OPZ. Again, showing off why this is such a good team, why this is such a highly rated team, and why HNL undoubtedly are the underdogs,
I'll shut them down.
making it close, round after round, fighting. Just not enough.
I feel HNL just has no answers for the OPZ retakes. They're just taking sight with ease. Like, even with the Viper pit down, they're able to just have a flanker, take out the Viper, and just take sight immediately.
Right, it's HNL have a very one-sided approach to this map. They picked this map, but all they know, 5-man hits. Again, 5-man mid now. The only solution that Darion has is 5 men somewhere. Nothing wrong with it, but they need to figure out these retakes sooner rather than later. Agreed. Again, entering on the site. Now, 2 are in main. Somehow have worked their way around. I don't know how this has happened. And Estrogen Enforcer is just pushing on straight through. Darion gets caught out by Olympian at the same time. Greed just pops the ultimate, actually, and finds Olympian.
Out of charges.
Why does Ryan Butlord finds Poke, finds the second, John Pork closes the round out.
Very chaotic round. Again, it's just an insane retake. What do you even do?
Right, it's difficult at best to defend against OPZ's retake, especially when you are on a low buy. The entries have been good. They've been getting on the site, no issue with that.
Last round in the half.
They're not closing the rounds out. Is what you really need to, you know, win.
I feel OPZ is doing a very good job of just taking space. So you've seen that they did this mid pop and they're proactive enough where they double fought into main to purchase the space that just make the retake that much easier for them.
Yeah.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
I have the spike.
Let's come through, cancel out the drone, but HNL have no intention of stopping here.
Whoa.
Guard goes out,
Obscuring vision.
as does the wall. Greed entering straight on, but Astra has the read. Now Navi in the corner, baiting the spike. Around as best as he can. Darion caught out as well as Estrogen Enforcer. There's just nothing HNL can do. They're folding. A little bit of whiffiness.
Two.
Poke wants to do his best, but Ryan Butler with the shorty jumps straight on through. And that's the half. That's how it goes.
Switching
And a
sides.
team kill from John Pork to end the half, and that is halftime.
All right, everyone. We will be back after this 1 minute stop for halftime.
Do I have cheats? I don't think I do. Can you pause? Waffle?
Yeah, I paused.
Thanks.
Thought I gave you cheats, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
You know, HNL had high hopes coming into this match. OPZ mentioned something very, very strange whenever they were discussing their interview. They said they actually haven't even talked as a team for over a week. It's been at least a week since OPZ have talked at all, let alone scrimmed, and yet HNL are still down, and it's less about their own game plan and more about intimidation. HNL aren't exactly doing things terrible, they just figured that they were going to lose already, and so they didn't try and stop the retakes. Just let it happen.
Yeah, that's it for halftime. Pause timer, thank you.
Going astral, guys.
It's tabbing back in.
About there.
Looks like HNL are prepping to fight A. They will have the correct read. I say a little bit hesitantly because Olympian and Zol are playing very far back. Sorry, Olympian and Ryan Butler are playing pretty far back, looking to contain this base. They know how HNL like to play. Shots fired. Ends up with Olympian falling back.
Big kill
Reset.
there on A, but decides not to opt into the A fight.
Right. Reset comes through. Now OPZ are scaling up middle.
No, but he gets the info.
Darion knows. Oh, it's a nice shot into Olympian. Student Enforcer finds Viper in return. Bree taking a little of a pot shot with Ryan Butler. Knife comes through. Reed finds one.
Spike down.
Reloads before he can find the first, but Darion, oh my god. HNL
You had it.
find the round win.
Gotta go.
Absolute
Very big
chaos.
round to win there.
Yeah, absolute chaos, but
On 9-3 half, you need those rounds.
Exactly.
Immediate.
Go, go, go.
Just a quick tab check here. They are opting to buy a Bucky and a Sheriff and a couple bandits in the round, so
Go, go, go.
I feel OPZ actually does have a chance to convert this if they get their trades out right.
alright, HNL are buying a judge into it. If they lose this judge, HNL will be in trouble. And HNL are actually pushing against the eco, allowing Olympian the perfect opportunity to exec on the site. And now HNL going to have a well-coordinated retake if they want to get anywhere. And Estrogen Enforcer on the back line, found by Poke instead. Zol finds two in middle. Gives him an opening back into the round. Now Estrogen Enforcer maneuvering around main. Finds the first. Knows there's one on the right. A little bit of whiffiness. Finds the second. It's one more. You know where he is. Greed hits the flick onto Olympian. 5-9. Favor of OPZ. Still though, HNL have one double pistol. Still down by 4. Little bit
Big
of-
eco damage again on these guys.
right.
We're bringing
It's
2 guns back out.
it's good eco damage as well. It's really good eco damage. Giving HNL no opportunity to snowball even though they're winning pistol rounds, which it should be guaranteeing them the rounds. If I have to be honest, HNL should be getting like way better halves if they're getting these pistol rounds.
And I'm gonna show you something very scary on your screen right now. Ready? Watch this.
I own that knife. That's my favorite knife.
No. There it is. There it is.
My favorite operator.
They got an op on round 3.
Oh,
Very dangerous.
I understand. Just thinking about the skin. Estrogen Enforcer finds the first onto Olympian. Doesn't even use the dash. It jumps back through.
Gets away
Actually
with his
re-peeks. Cover comes through. And Greed is just holding. Found my
Beautiful
Viper.
shot.
Nice shot. Right. The wallbang headshot. Can hear Nabi rotating.
Rotations.
They know what's going on. Ryan Butler had heard it perfectly. Calls his team back. Also for them to slow down and reset. Poke is maneuvering around this site.
Enemy marked.
Nabi finds the mid player. And HNL. They have an unclear puzzle of what's going on. But they start to put it together. Slowly but surely. Estrogen Enforcer is holding this angle religiously. Does not want to let anything through. Astra Stars come through on the beat. Poke gonna call his team back. Knife comes through. Dart lands. It's all but guaranteed for HNL. They are going to have to play retake with an operator on the waylay. Spike comes through. He wants to get it closer. John Pork. Estrogen Enforcer just jumping on down, doesn't even check the corner. Viper finds them. Finds 2 more!
For the ace!
Nabi denies the ace, but not the round. And now they've lost an operator to OPZ. Not the best outcome, not what you wanted to happen. Certainly not ideal. Like OPZ pulling an HNL, yeah, pulling up HNL and fighting A, but HNL are pulling an HNL as well and fighting down mid. Dart comes down, Viper starts to suspect something's going on, puts the wall up, adds a little bit of pressure, just enough to allow OPZ to exec onto site. Estrogen Enforcer gets in the backside with the operator. Zol finds 2 before Greed can find the trade. In fact, Greed just wants to keep going, but doesn't exactly. Estrogen Enforcer jumping around the angle with the operator. And Greed, knife out, walking around, goes back but circles around, found by Astra. Now Poke has to save. Round is done. Game is cooked. 5-11 for OPZ. What you meant to do. Teddy bear comes out. It's a sign of times. Sign of the times.
Is this an HNL map pick?
This is the HNL map pick.
Only brought enough for me.
Looking grim.
Seems bad for them,
Looking
yes.
Grim, yeah.
And poor economy here to put them into round 17.
Right.
This would put OPZ onto match points, so they very badly need this round and to get momentum back on their side if they want to have a chance.
It's difficult to watch, difficult to play. OPZ actually grouping up over towards A, but HNL chosen right, but Estrogen Enforcer, no minds for anything that's going on. Greed with the judge, finds it first, but even the judge isn't working now, and the Viper ultimate comes out. It's because they want to seal the round. Spike is planted now.
Oh, barely misses the timing.
Ball comes
There
up.
it is.
Oh, nothing's working. Darion whiffs.
It's all up to Nabi.
Cannot find anything. Reset almost comes through, but just not enough. Oh, it's rough. HNL 5-12 down. Map point for OPZ before they take it to their own map pick.
And Darren's calling a last-ditch effort timeout. See if he can wrangle the boys to get them into an overtime. This is a very tall task to call. 7 rounds in a row.
This is an OP. This is an HNL timeout. It doesn't show on the screen, but it is. HNL have called this timeout. They do have one timeout. This is their last timeout. The overlay messed up. A little bit sad to watch. HNL picked this map expecting to really come into it swinging, and they did. The pistols have been nice, but it's just a little bit sad to watch. Now HNL timeout is over. Round resumes. OPZ look to be grouping up towards B. Once to get this
Very
KO ultimate.
precarious Viper wall here from HNL. Or this is OPZ, sorry.
Very interesting wall. Allows them to walk up and do a split. Completely cuts off the top mid space. Bobby knows the drone's coming. Wall goes up. This is what this wall is for. Allows him to split straight through mid. Nabi can't do anything about it. However, the dart does come through. Maybe able to do something. It's just not enough. Olympian finds Darion in backside as John Pork finds Poke. Nabi jumping out. Can't manage to equalize. Knows greed is coming. Movements.
Spike planted.
Bastion Enforcer with the operator. Finds the first. Ryan Butlord 1 HP. They know where both of them are. Wall comes through as well as the Waylay ult. And Neon sends it straight through. Finds the first.
Oh boy!
Bastion Enforcer with the operator. It's a 1 versus 1 for the map. John Park pops the ultimate. Knows where Bastion Enforcer is. A little bit of whiffiness. 1 HP. Molly goes out. And that is it for HNL. Map is over.
Okay, humans. Now you can swim.
Map is over. It's sad. It's really frustrating to watch, to say the least. That is to say the absolute least. Could you set a 5-minute timer? Or, sorry, yeah.
Again.
Yeah, 5 minutes. And could you also type it in chat? Because every time I type it, messes stuff up.
Started.
Looks like HNL coming out with a pretty standard pick so far. In fact, both of these teams marrying each other. Poke back on the chamber. It's where he's good. Greed on the Neon. Estrogen Enforcer on the Phoenix. Actually something that we don't see often.
Looking at this
yeah.
pick and bans here,
It's like OPZ used to run a no Sentinel comp with a Waylay and a Neon. And it looks like now, since that wasn't working out, they've just opted to go for something default. And, you know, it's tried and tested and nothing against the Breach comp. But also, I have something against the Breach comp. I can't lie to you. It's not good. It doesn't do much.
I was going to say actually the opposite here. When we just watched that Breeze, I think OPZ was winning a lot of those defensive rounds because they were so good at retaking. Having this Breach with the Omen combo, you could take almost any site you want, like, instantly. So if these guys are playing for a retake setup, I think OPZ will actually be in a very strong position against these guys.
Right. We just have to wait and hope and pray that HNL have the read on it, or that OPZ can correctly use the strategy that they need.
Here we go.
Straight into it. HNL opting for a, looks like an A default. Put some pressure on A. Spike goes over
Need
towards
help.
C.
Need
They
help.
would be choosing right.
Need help.
In fact, most of OPZ is concentrated towards the right half of the map. HNL now opting straight for C. That's where the anchor is. Definitely be good.
Like
They
a big
hit
mid
this
fight
site.
here for C.
Revealing area.
Slow.
Smoke comes through. HNL immediately execing onto the C site. Little bit of spam
Spike planted.
through the smoke. No someone's on the other side. No damage taken yet so far. There is a double flank. Will be caught out by Poke's trip. No way to avoid it. Poke, a little bit of a whiff shot. There's going to be a flank coming soon, and they know it. Smoke comes through, actually blocks off the chamber trip. That's dangerous. Navi finds Olympian. Greed finds in return. Trades are not even. Poke caught by Breach. Now Greed, last one alive, finds the first. Slides into the second.
Whoa,
One versus
Greed!
one. Greed, 1 versus 1. John Port is low. Flash comes through. Greed
London!
up on the angle to John Port. Is there enough time? Defuse comes through. Time ticking down ever so low. And John Pork will find the defuse. HNL lose round 1. Pistol does not
Same
come
in close
through.
round, just chaos in the friggin' retake. What do you even
Right.
do there? Do I have a flanker in 1 second? The TP away, blinds coming through, shock darts. It's util central. What do you even do if you're HNL?
HNL just don't know what to do against the flank. They don't have a reaction set. They didn't expect it.
P10? Can you pause timer? Or no, I can now.
Who called P10?
OPZ.
Hey,
Hello.
Who just
What's up,
I
think
who
Code's
just
lagging.
fixed that talking for? I'm not gonna lie.
what's going on?
Yeah, Code's lagging. He's lagging.
Lag, lag.
Do we need to stop and...
I said it's fine, we're ready.
You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Is HNL ready to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
We're ready to start back.
Okay.
Timer's still buzzed?
Yeah.
Or you can unbuzz.
I'll just make sure the other guys are ready as well. In the garage.
HNL immediately pushing the pace. Greed has the Bucky, but Killjoy finds
2K.
2. Immediately shuts it down. And now OPZ immediately rotating back over. They know what's happening. They know what's going on. Very on.
Here's the Guardian
What
here.
he can do. Finds
Free
one.
kill.
Immediately backs off. It's good game sense from him. He's looking over towards window. Olympian
This mid info.
in window has the info, finds all three, giving Neon the perfect timing if he so chooses. Instead, chooses to hold the flank. Paranoia comes through, briefly misses Sova. Dart comes through, scans him. John Pork finds Poke. Ryan Butlord finds Darion, and Navi, last one left alive. Aren't
I'll be
even
able to
going
secure a
meet
kill,
them.
but not convert the round.
Yep,
A
OPZ.
little bit of economy damage, getting 2 rifles off the board, but
OPZ 2-0
push the
start.
HNL.
Now HNL on the offensive. Ones that are trying to recover. Bucky Bye comes through for greed.
Weird buys here. Like, we have a Guardian, a Judge, and a few rifles here.
A little bit of a broken buy.
Guardian no shield as well.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird for HNL. HNL doesn't. I mean, Estrogen Enforcer doesn't even buy any shields. Drone comes through and tags the turret. Off angle, they're up. Estrogen Enforcer goes straight through, but the no shield will be the death of Estrogen Enforcer. Greed with the Judge slides straight into it. There's someone in the smoke, and you know there is. John Pork reveals his location, backs off into CT, regroups with his team. Spike now goes down. Poke finds Olympian. John Pork caught out by Greed. Last one alive would have to be a 1 versus 3, and Darion will put an end to it. It's the round, HNL. Convert the anti-bonus. Convert the round 3. Now heading into this first big buy round. The Greed will keep the Guardian. No, drops the Guardian. A little bit of a broken buy. Keeps the Judge still. Loves this weapon.
All out a fight here. Maybe faking it though, because the Neon is mid.
John Pork instantly stuns us out. It's a fight for sure, but Greed has already broken through. They know it's fake. However, Olympian is walking down. Here's the chamber trip. Going to have to be fast or get nothing. Sitting here. Smoke comes through. Oh, it's good for sure. Finds not B. Doesn't even wait. Finds Poke as well. Knows where Darion is as well. Darion primes the Paranoia, but stunned out before he can properly do anything. And the Breach Ultimate comes through. They know where he is. Greed finds the first. Wants to slide into it, but Killjoy shuts it down. As Zol finds 2, and Ryan Butlord closes the round out 3-1 for OPZ. It's a smashing for HNL. Again, continuously on the offensive, not being able to find anything. HNL are in trouble on this map.
And the breach ult on round 4 and just knocking everybody up in the short angle.
Knocking everyone
Not
up.
very good there for.
OPZ are doing what?
Yeah, upwards, right?
Sending this straight to the manager, by the way.
Okay,
Please.
we're cooked.
Looks like HNL a little bit hesitant to push this A line now. Exactly what OPZ wanted. Greed sends it on the B with the Judge. The movement is just not there. John Pork wins the fight. Not before Darion can TP on top, but Olympian finds Darion. Still, there's no rest for the Wicked in the round 5. Oh, another wall bang. Now a 2v5, and HNL, all the maneuvers that would usually work out are just not working. They're being corralled like cattle in backside. Oh, it's rough. Oh my god, it's rough. Last map, I was saying close but no cigar. This is not close. There is no cigar in sight. HNL don't have any answers. No answers at all. None to be found.
Another eco around here for HNL. They're opting to go back into their seat hit here.
I'm out of here.
But they're selecting wrong because they have 3 players that are going to instantly rotate.
Guard broken out. Holding this garage space. OPZ are in a prime position to flood retake though, as HNL gets this bomb down. Tries to at least. Plant comes through as well as the Paranoia. Noise everywhere. Olympian sitting in the smoke has to get out. Caught up by Poke and a nice shot. Navi finds the sheriff shot. Now 3 versus 2 in favor of OPZ. A little bit of settling for the dust. Estrogen Enforcer, the Phoenix, now working back to garage. Knows that he's a win con. John Pork looking their way a little bit. No, don't flash this Estrogen Enforcer. Please just play for your win condition. Flash comes through. It's not enough as Ryan Butlord is caught out and Poke finds the first. Will not find the second. John Pork takes the round. Takes the orb and takes it one step closer to a 2-0.
Full ult economy on the side of HNL. They really got to start getting the value out of this Phoenix with only 6 orbs. You got to be able to spam play these Phoenix ult, but see what they're going to do here with their 6 ults on the board.
Right. I mean, they have this Phoenix that has such an incredible ultimate, but just not using it right. In fact, the Breach is somehow getting more value for OPZ than the Phoenixes, which is not something that you see often in this meta. Now Greed again seems to just be doing the same things with hoping of something different. Estrogen Enforcer now flashes it out, finds the pick with the Phantom.
Spike planted.
Killjoy is quick behind, finds Estrogen Enforcer. It's smart for sure. Greed with the ultimate. Now in spawn somehow Olympian and Poke are having a nice little duel. Olympian finds Poke.
Last player standing.
Greed in the smoke. Olympian will have to clutch it out. 3K drone comes through. Time is ticking down. 70 HP. A little bit of a ultimate neon stream. Sound heard. Olympian now makes noise. Walking
Cross
up.
here.
Greed there does not find the pick. A little bit of a scuffed fight. Olympian knows that he can make something work, but Darian finds the pick. Finds the rounds. Second for HNL.
They only had to invest 2 ults into the round, so much better for them as well.
Right. A little bit of a stabilization here, but more to go. OPZ's economy built up 3 rounds in a row. Not exactly nail-biting clutches either. Economy is going to be rolling. Now HNL are willing to try A again. They have some sort of read, but presence from 3 people here. Omen smoke comes through. Olympian with the judge sitting in short.
Very sneaky.
Almost clear the colors. Sova finds Greed, almost finds the lineup, but instead just finds 2 for his troubles. Olympian with the shorty. Does find Darion. Paranoia comes through to seal the fate for HNL. Have to back off the site. However, there is a flank. Zol on the Killjoy. Working around. Here's the trip. Can't do anything about it but play containment, which is what might just win the round. They have the information, but for some reason, OPZ rotating off of the site. Maybe they want to get closer to smoke this trip off. Not exactly sure. Yeah, smoke does come through, but Poke will hear it. Navi swings straight into it. Finds Zol. All I need on the Omen, lurking around in window. Has the information still. Poke and Navi none the wiser. Going silent, but unbeknownst to them, OPZ have the read.
What are you telling Sova?
Standing ahead.
Use
30
the dart.
seconds
Olympian in heaven. Might be able to make something work. Finds the first. Poke on low
on
HP.
Poke.
Finds the second. Olympian. Absolutely incredible. That's what you want to see out of a duelist.
Fight till the end, no matter what. I'm out of here. Gotta go.
Got the Chamber Phoenix Neon, you'd argue T-side would be the stronger side, so HNL really needs to start converting these rounds, and quick.
Right, because if they don't, it's going to be a rough ride ahead for
You want
HNL.
to play? Let's play.
Even base elimination. Greed is just sitting it up B yet again. Sun comes through. Now forced to reset quickly back over towards A. Darion teleporting into the A lobby. On the Sova. Shotgun just not hitting today. Greed sat down by Ryan Butlord. Paranoia comes through. flash as well, but John Pork finds Poke despite the commotion. Darion, a little bit of spam to find Ryan, but Lord Estrogen Enforcer peeking out with the classic. Smoke comes down as well as the ult. Olympian finds Estrogen Enforcer.
One enemy remaining.
Olympian finds 3 to win the round. This guy is absolutely incredible. 2-7 in favor of OPZ. This guy is a special player, isn't he? Absolutely incredible. 1 more rounds for OPZ than he's lost. HNL don't have any answers. It's a little bit sad to watch.
Very strong retake ults for OPZ here. 7-2. HNL is a full buy again, so maybe they can convert a round or 2, but
A little bit of a silver
still looking
lining.
doom and gloom for the half.
Have a chance for a 5-7 half, but even though that would be okay, it's not what you want with double duelists.
Tricky position here.
What you need is in a little bit of a different position now. Bobby's Silva ultimate, fishing, not catching anything. Line broken, connection severed. Olympian holding around this line, knows where they are, or at least has the read somehow. Game sense, spidey sense tingling. Read in Darion, peeks around the corner, and Darion sits Olympian down. Breach stun comes out, know where he is. Greed slides back around. John Pork finds him, but is traded out by Estrogen Enforcer. And now, even though all of this commotion is happening, there's 2 pushing out of garage. It's just not enough. They're hitting C. Silver Dart comes through, forces Kuba to fall off the line. Kuba ult comes through, not going to find anything. Fishing lane again. It's not right. Poke finds Killjoy in return. Nabi floats, finding the spike in an open area, but instead opts to plant
Spike
safe.
planted.
Silva comes through, or Silva drone, sorry. OPZ sends that dart flying. Estrogen Enforcer lurking around. Ryan Butford seems to have a little bit of a read, but Estrogen Enforcer finds the headshot. All I need, sends out the paranoia, knows where Poke is, but Poke wins the round for HNL. 7-3. A little bit of stabilization for HNL. I said that before. I didn't say it again for a little while after. HNL this time going to have to make an actual goal of things. Again, OPZ's Killjoy puts this turret down watching long and falls off the site straight into garage. There's absolutely no pressure on C, no defaults to be seen. They know that the nobody see round after round. HNL, unbeknownst to them, are being read perfectly based off of 1 free piece of util, but Greed finds an opener. Zol finds Darion at the same time. Sun comes through. Zol finds a second, finds a third. Absolutely incredible. Phoenix ult comes through, knows where he is, but all I need swings out perfectly timed. Spam comes through. Estrogen Enforcer leaves Greed, and a 1 versus 4 would have to be absolutely absurd if they want to win this round. And now they're searching around. Zol seems to have the read. Oh, what a flick!
Predicted this.
Greed sat down in OPZ. 8-3.
Last round before the switch.
No timeout to be seen. Still HNL last round. Have to go big or go home, as this is an elimination game, and OPZ are doing their absolute damnedest to not win or not lose this series. Yet again, free information on C. HNL do not have the read. Greed sends it straight through. Bucky hits this time. Not going to be another miss. Picks up the rifle. Has the read. 1 in a short. Molly comes through. Has anyone stopped to consider that maybe pushing this guy isn't the best idea? He's in the corner. Will be caught out by Nabi. Maybe it was a good idea. Spectre kill. A little bit of a wall bang. Zol is in spawn right now. Poke is watching it. But will he stay on the line? Yes, he will. But Zol picks and oh my god, it's whiffy from Poke. It's not the best. Definitely not the best. Navi sent this drone out for a little bit of information. And Darion, what is Darion doing? Oh my god, Greed manages to save the day. And Estrogen Enforcer gets sat down by Zol yet again. Zol wanting to...
Last player
What is...
standing.
Oh my god, Greed! It's a maniac! Sun comes through. Greed, keep going. Pop that ultimate. Zol forced to fall back. Pulls the shorty out. Finds Greed, but HNL managed to finish 4-8. Now
Switching
halftime
sides.
comes on through. Halftime comes on through. Yeah, there we go. I'm messing up, sorry. Oh, it's rough for HNL. 4-8 down. That was supposed to be their half with the double duelist and the chamber. You know how HNL are on defense, constantly pushing. They have good theory. They could just win this. They could catch OPZ out. The breach is definitely worse on attack. However, OPZ have definitely been making it look good. They have good theory, solid fundamentals, good utility. HNL, even though they have proven time and time again that they do have those things, it's just not present right now. It's not online. Both of these teams have the same score so far. They're 1-1 or 2-1. Sorry, both of these teams one game away from elimination. Trying to make a run through the lower bracket straight to the grand finals. Right now, HNL have been touted as the unstoppable force, and OPZ been touted as the immovable object, but right now HNL are looking like the stoppable force. OPZ still immovable on the defensive side. Now they're on attack. HNL are gonna have to push the pace. They're not gonna want to let OPZ set the pace. OPZ definitely didn't let HNL set the pace whenever HNL was on attack. Seem to be rather lax, very fidgety with the knives. Dart comes through. Breach stun catches Navi in the act. Dart actually scans them, but OPZ are gonna set the pace. And Estrogen Enforcer pushes straight down mid, finds Kilgore. Suns comes through. Olympian pushing straight out. Paranoia finds Navi. Plant goes down.
Our spike carrier is dead.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Shot down.
Ryan Buttford doing his best. Shots all around. Ryan Buttford 1 versus 1. Oh, it's sick shots from Ryan Buttford. Oh, doesn't even want to go for the plant, just the spam. This guy doesn't even need to be loud to have impact. This guy, good utility all around. He's definitely a team player. Has impact exactly when he's needed, no more, no less. Letting the big names in the Killjoy and the Neon talk. But still having impact when it matters, but on the other side, HNL. Oh, they're in trouble. 4-9 down. Dart comes out, clears A main completely. HNL beginning to put together a puzzle very early on. Darion, a little bit of a slow jiggle peek. OPZ just sitting in spawn, playing it slow, watching for a reaction out of HNL, watching for a nervous push. The re-explore down A will be heard out by Greed. And now Darion walks down mid, caught out, knows he's made a mistake, manages to get out alive, smoke comes through. Estrogen Enforcer finds the first onto Zol. Low HP now, has a wall to heal. Poke on the angle, does not manage to find the headshot. A little bit of damage. Flashes come through. Ryan Buttford finds Darion. That's not good. John Pork finds Estrogen Enforcer. This investment could be the end of HNL if they do not find this round. Greed! Oh my god, and the movement is incredible!
One enemy remaining.
Ryan Buttford. Oh, Nobby in the drone. It's not good. OPZ sitting HNL's force by down. nothing more to say about HNL. It's now or never.
Revealing
4 to 10 down. You have to make strides or drown in the sea. Olympian now has the judge, pulling a little bit of a greed. Darion cannot make the flick. A little bit distracted by the turret. That's an early one down. Darion, the IGL, the smokes player, down for HNL. 2 on A. They read it correctly. Estrogen Enforcer again reacting down mid. Missed outlaw shot. Has the second one primed and ready. Sends it out. Zol finds the Estrogen Enforcer. Cracks the map wide open. Poke has the read, a little bit of whiffiness. He's nervous all around. Killjoy finds the third. Olympian with the judge finds greed, and that's the round. That's it. There is no spike plant. There is no big pivotal moment. There is no big push. HNL just give OPZ ones. OPZ are gifted the round. The tension is now building up for HNL. The panic starting to rise. There's not been a timeout thus yet. Darion needs to call a timeout now or never. 4 to 11 down. It was too late 2 rounds ago. But no, again, another round passes with no timeout. Estrogen Enforcer yet again pushing straight down. Does not manage to find the pick. Zol finds the first, finds the second. Manages to get out with the line. Finds the third. Zol, incredible! Darion finally puts an end to it. But it's too late. It's too little too late. It's not enough. There's just 2 people left. And OPZ are everywhere. They have all the space. HNL are not just fighting against time, they're fighting against their own lack of proper measures. Greed's managed to find Olympian. Not much he can do. Has the Vandal jumping around ever so quickly, and Judge comes out. Shorty, sorry, ends the round. 4 to 12. This is series point for OPZ. HNL haven't won a single round on defense. You thought their attack was lackluster? No, their defense is worse, and there's not been a single timeout. Please, HNL, please call a timeout. If you don't call a timeout now, you will not have another chance. As the time ticks down, it seems that HNL have yet again forgotten about the timeout button. Greed has the Phantom, wants to push straight down, has all the utility, all the setup, but OPZ are just holding. They know what type of player. The dink comes through. Estrogen Enforcer finds one, but Olympian finds a trade. 3 people left for HNL. The drone re-explores. OPZ have the read, have the perfect adaptation against HNL. OPZ just hold. OPZ hold, and HNL comes to them. HNL are literally dooming themselves against OPZ. Nabi finally puts an end to Zol's reign of terror, but as Darion manages to find Ryan Butlord, HNL give them a little bit of a sign of life back into the round. Time is ticking now. John Pork and Olympian, last one's alive. 2 versus 3. Poke finds Olympian. It would have to be incredible from John Pork. We've seen good from him, but it's not good enough. Darion sits it down 5 to 12. After all of that, HNL wait until they're on series point to finally find a defensive round. And it does not come off the back of heroics. It doesn't come off the back of Estrogen Enforcer pushing down mid and giving ones, or Greed buying a judge and gifting the round. It comes off the back of HNL not pushing. It comes off the back of HNL not giving OPZ the round. This is what we needed. This is what could have happened if HNL called a timeout. And speaking of a timeout, for the 5th round in a row, there's no timeout. Where is the timeout? Again, HNL now win 1 round and decide to push out. Greed finds the early pick, a little bit of a good sign. I don't like the push from HNL, but at least it finds something. Olympian now out on site, has all the space. Poker gonna have to retake with HNL. Greed gets caught out by John Pork. Paranoia primed and ready to be sent out. Nabi finds the first. Stun comes out and Olympian finds Nabi. Greed. Darion finds Olympian. DP comes through as well. Poke and Darion in a 2 versus 3. Someone's gonna have to go big here or they're gonna go home. Poke finds Ryan Buttford.
Last
It's a
player
1 versus 1.
standing.
Darion versus all I need. Smokes versus smokes. Darion whiffs. All I need eliminates HNL from the Night Sky Arena. That's it. 0 squelch squash for HNL. That's it. And OPZ move on. That's all. HNL are out. That's how it ends. That's how HNL go out. HNL time and time again have proven their might, but they falter when it matters the most. OPZ came out swinging today, had the perfect read on the second map. Perfect read. In fact, HNL didn't even understand what was going on because they didn't have a timeout to speak about the adaptations they needed to bring to map 3. That's it. It's over. HNL are done. Tournament run is cooked. Now there's a little bit of silence. My heart rate slowly lowering. It's a rough loss. There's nothing left to do but to hear it from themselves. Let's try and get these interviews going. Madara,
Oh, yo, what is
hello,
good, guys? What is good, guys?
hello. You just eliminated HNL from the Night Sky
Yeah.
Arena and moved on to the lower finals against Zero G Comet. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, like the stats didn't show it, but we were getting frustrated at some points. We still had some problems to fix that were clearly like being like they could be exploited, but I mean, it was a pretty strong showing from us. I mean, 13-5 on both maps is kind of good, you know? It's pretty good.
Yeah, I want to speak about something specifically. Maybe you aren't the right person to ask about this. I don't know how much you do in terms of adaptations and stuff, but on map 2, Haven, on your attacker side, you guys held in spawn a lot against HNL. Was that a read on HNL or was that part of y'all's default game plan?
Well, this is gonna sound like a little egotistical, but we did not look at any VODs from HNL. Or at least I didn't. And I know most of us didn't. I don't know about Koi. Koi might have. But like usually we do play a lot of heavy like retake towards because, you know, our kind of comp with the breach, especially, is really strong towards retakes. That's done. I know we play that a lot and we do that a lot and it works out a lot. So yeah.
Right. Did you guys understand kind of that HNL like to push on their defensive side? Is that why you guys played it so slow on your attacker side?
Yes, that's exactly. We saw them do it like 2 rounds in a row. They had just full stack most of them towards one area, and then we just be like, okay, either we're just gonna fight towards the other side, or we're just gonna hold for them to push up.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna go. I mean, whatever we do, I mean, it's probably gonna go into a win, you know, because it's still reading them. We either just hold them, or we run it down the other site, take the free site. So we're either going for fights or not.
we saw some absolutely pivotal moments out from you and every other player, but one person I want to speak most of is Killjoy. What was it
Mhm.
like? What was going through your head and also your Killjoy's head in some of those incredible pivotal multifrags?
Well, what I will say is, Joel Caden, he's insane. He has insane aim, and he's straight up. I'm not gonna lie, he's straight up the goat. He's getting insane lurk timings, 24/7, even in scrims, and he's doing his role really really well. And I'm low key I was just playing stupid the entire time. Like 90% of the rounds, I was just running it down. So if you saw me get a multi kill, it's 90% pure luck, or my teammates helping me with their util. But no, Caden knows a lot about the maps. He's really good, and he just knows how to play it, and he knows how to shoot back.
That type
So,
of intrinsic lurk timings that a Sentinel player needs. I want to ask about map number 1. HNL, last time they played Breeze, maybe you don't know this as you said you don't have prep, but did you guys know that HNL liked to 5 or 4-man hit on their attack?
no, we did not know that. We just like that entire Breeze game, we were just playing our own game, and it just so happens that they were just 4-man hitting, and we just adapted to it. I mean, in the moment, it's really easy to tell when a team is just going to keep doing like aggressive 4-man hits, because they're just doing it every other round or every round. And we know they like either they'd just go stacked and then just have one lurk. So we just kind of adapted off of that. And we like doing that. We like taking our solo fights. We flourish really well with those on the defensive side, because we're gonna get a multi kill. I full believe somebody's gonna get a multi kill if they get pushed by multiple people, because that's how good my teammates are.
Yeah. I love to hear how confident you are, not just in yourself, but your teammates. Congratulations on your win. My last question for you, your next opponent, Zero G Comet, next week. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, I subbed in for them once and I played pretty good, and I think they're a really good team as well. They have a good understanding of the game, so it's gonna be a really good match.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, congratulations on your win today, and I'll see you again next week, man.
all right, see you next week. Peace.
Speak of the devil, Caden, what's
Hello.
up?
Hi. What's
Um,
up?
First off, congratulations. You guys eliminated HNL. Move on. Next week, you guys will play Zero G Comet. How are you feeling after
Thank you
your
very
win
much.
today, and how are you feeling for next week's match?
I'm very happy with the results of this game. This match, yeah. We won 2-0, and I'm I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but I'm a little okay, yeah, I'm a little surprised we 2-0'd them because we haven't practiced in so long, and I felt like that would make it a lot harder. But, I life game 2 times in a row. I averaged like 360 ACS, no glaze for me.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed the HNL players. They seem pretty chill, pretty cool, and I wish some luck.
Yeah, one interesting thing is I actually asked an HNL member who the biggest threat on OPZ was, and
Yeah.
he said Mudra, as you would. He's known for being this cracked duelist carry. You actually today were an immovable object. What was going through your head in some of those pivotal moments? Was it business as usual, or were you fired up?
Thank you very much. I do have a tendency to like I get inserted in really good positions, causing me to get a lot of multi frags. So that does kind of boost my KD, and I think I am pretty good at lurks. So I wasn't like too surprised I was like doing so good, but I was pretty fired up because we had like really good vibes, and I was doing really good. So was Madara.
Yeah, vibes were good, shots were nice.
Mm,
Um, I don't have anything else to ask, honestly. Thank you so much for your time. Congrats on your win
of
tonight,
course.
and see you next week, man.
Thank you very much.
It's really sad to see HNL go. Want to see if anyone on HNL will want to interview. I'm guessing that they might not want to.
I see 2 of them are already in the Deviate server, but I'm sure they're down in the dumps after that one. So I would not understand if none of them wanted to talk.
Yeah. I guess that'll be all. No interview now. Um, I'll ask you then. Actually, what were your thoughts on HNL's performance today?
I mean, I've seen these guys play before, and like they got some aimers. Like Greed's pretty good, and Darian can have some like good calls and stuff. But I mean, today I just seen a lot of just individual plays. Like everyone's trying to make hero plays, everyone's taking their ones, and that doesn't really work on a team that's just playing full retakes and stuff. Like a lot of times, they're. Oh, look at Breeze for example. Like they were getting sight like very easy, but soon as they're into a retake position, they didn't really have like an idea of what they wanted to do. If they wanted to keep W keying or get flank or something. So a lot of the times just OPZ would just take every single lane and would just beat them out of their positions because they're all just bunkered down. So they just didn't have any answers for the retake. And it seemed like their positioning was just a little bit off and their util was off and stuff. Like they weren't really playing together as a team like they normally do. I think that was the biggest fault of HNL today. And props to OPZ. And we'll see them in the losers final.
Yeah. Seemed like an off day more for HNL than a real genuine stomp, but regardless of the result, what happened happened, and OPZ move on. Thank you to all the viewers. I appreciate everyone's time. Thank you for viewing. And we will be back next week with the lower final and the loser final.